Hello and welcome to Ask MandRproductions episode 83. Today we have a lot of awesome questions. It's been a couple weeks since I've been able to do one of these, so I'm very excited to sit down and talk about questions you've asked me. So if you have a question that you want answered in a future episode of Ask MandRproductions, leave in the comment section down below, either right now or at the end of this video. Also, if you have a joke, you can leave it down there. And while you're down there, smash that like button. Let's see if we can get 1,000 likes back on the first episode back since I went on my whole trip. It's been like a month since I've sat down to film one of these. Feels good to be back. Anyway, our first question from Judas Lazley is, when are you ever going to do mock reviews? So this is something that I've wanted to do for a while, like a mock review series, and that's actually going to start this Friday. So funny you asked, but it's going to be a monthly thing. So the first one will be best LEGO mocks of July 2019 or for July 2019 or something to that nature will be the title. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't know exactly how I'm going to source all the mocks yet. That's something I've got to figure out probably right after I finish this video. I'm going to start working on that for Friday, but I am looking forward to doing some type of mock review or showcase type video on a monthly schedule. Hayden has a question for us. He says, question, smiley face, if the CMF Line said they are going to make a Star Wars collectible minifigure series, what would your reaction be? Just saying. Nathan says, hey MandR, love your channel. I was wondering what LEGO set you have built that gave you the greatest building challenge. So I would probably go with the Technic Pack Anthem. I've probably said that a few times now, but most of the other sets I have that are like regular LEGO system sets are pretty straightforward to build. The Technic sets are where it gets difficult. I've heard from various sources, Blaine's World, that the Technic Bugatti Chiron, which I actually have sitting in my garage that I haven't built yet, is like one of the most difficult LEGO sets ever to build. So that will probably be my new answer when I get around to building that. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll do a pinned comment what the most difficult LEGO set you've ever had to build was. I'm curious what like the consensus from the community is as far as what's difficult to build. So try to think about that throughout this video and leave an answer at the end. Josiah says, when will you get a new girlfriend and no, your LEGO Imperial Shuttle does not count? So you don't just get a new girlfriend. That's not really how it works. So I'm not really trying to get a new girlfriend at the moment. I'm not really interested in that. Like, I'm trying to do a lot of stuff right now. I ain't got no time for that. But, I mean, maybe in the next couple years, I don't know. It's not something I'm, like, actively really trying to do. So, it's also, like, a matter of, like, finding the right girl, right? So, like, you can't, I don't know. Like, it's much more complicated than I think, and I assume you're younger than it really might seem to be. BaconMan226 says, what type of Doritos is your favorite? I'm gonna go with Cool Ranch. Ranch me up, Brotendo. Some guy says, I'm back. Did you miss me? No, I'm back. More importantly, if I didn't miss you, you missed me, some guy. Cade's Lego Custom says, will you be giving away Sig Figs at Brick Fair, Virginia this year? No. That's expensive. Like, minifigures cost a lot per figure. What I want to do, though, this year is make, like, a 1x8 brick with a print on it, or I was really thinking, like, a 2x4 tile, and it would be, like, my logo, MandR, and then, like, the convention name, so, like, BFVA 19 like written under it, so that you could like have a exclusive tile. Like if you meet me at a given convention, you'll get the tile for that convention. I think that would be a cool way to do it. I'm trying to get that done. We'll see. I have literally a month to get that done. I got to talk to some people, so fingers crossed. Kinnick Lawrence says, what LEGO Batman set is your favorite? So if you don't know, I haven't talked about this too much. I did just watch the 2005, 2008, and 2012 Batman films, two of which were on Netflix. The other one I just rented on iTunes because it wasn't on Netflix for whatever reason. But The Dark Knight Rises, and like Batman Begins, and oh my god, they were so good. So it got me really interested in LEGO Batman, of course. That's how that thing works. And I ended up or want to buy the tumbler. I'm probably going to buy the tumbler at some point. And I think the UCS tumbler, I think it's from like 2014, is going to be my favorite Batman set. That one is really, really good. I did enjoy the new Batmobile that I bought from this summer and the Batcave, but that tumbler is incredible. So I'm going to go with the tumbler on that one. Although I will say I haven't looked at like all the past Batman sets yet. I haven't fully like immersed myself in that, so it could change in the future, but the tumbler is probably the biggest and best. Daniel says, hey MandR, would you like a new wave of Lord of the Rings or Hobbit sets with the release of the Amazon series? So I know nothing about the Amazon series, but LEGO has been pretty consistent with doing stuff like this when something comes back around, like Harry Potter with Fantastic Beasts. They kind of bring back the LEGO sets because it's relevant again, which makes a ton of sense. So one, I would like that, yes, but two, I think it's very likely, more importantly. I would probably end up buying some of the sets. I really didn't buy Lord of the Rings and Hobbit sets when they were out. I was so much like invested in the Star Wars only at that time, but Lord of the Rings and Hobbit would be very nice. I watched all the films, and I'd be down for it. Adam Watton says, what car do you drive? Unfortunately, not a Mustang. Aaron Toad says, hey, great video as always. Here's my question. Have you ever reviewed a set and rated it a 10 out of 10? If so, which set or sets? So I have never reviewed a video. I try to do a ranking or a rating rather of a set when I'm done reviewing it, like at the end of the video. And so I'll get like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I don't think I've ever said 10 out of 10 because that's got to be held as a really high standard. If it's a 10 out of 10, it's got to be drop dead gorgeous, perfect set. The only set right now that I would say maybe some sets 10 out of 10s if I reviewed them today. The 2007 MTT, probably a 10 out of 10. UCS Slave 1, probably a 10 out of 10. Maybe the Sandcrawler is a 10. There's a really high standard for a 10 out of 10. I haven't reviewed any sets since I started doing ratings like that I feel like have hit that 10 out of 10 mark. So no, I have not reviewed a set that I have rated 10 out of 10. Also, UCS Imperial Shuttle, even though it's not behind me right now. Specs28 says, can you re-review some sets like the Dropship with ATOT and the Republic Frigate? I would love to do some re-reviews. I'm just super busy with current set reviews that are behind me and I have way more sets that I haven't even built to review. So yes, I will do that at some point. I was actually planning to do it like a few weeks ago, and I just didn't get around to it. And then I got a bunch of new sets, and I got too much other work to do it. Samuel T says, "Have you ever been scammed?" Yes, I've talked about this before, but basically, I bought what I thought was going to be the best deal of my life, $100 UCS Death Star, the 2008 version, and it was from China. It should have been retail $400. It was like 2011 probably when I did this, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is a great deal! I need to buy this." I got like a Dora the Explorer little hand towel in the mail. Yeah, that was a scam. I did get my money back from PayPal though, so it wasn't a huge deal, but yes, that's the only time I've really been scammed. For the most part, I feel like I'm a pretty smart shopper, especially after that experience. That being said, there are some LEGO scams going around on Instagram right now. I need to make a video exposing them. So if you have any information on stuff like that, send me an email with like a full, thread and screenshots of whatever you have. But there is definitely some shady stuff going on in the Instagram LEGO community with scams, and more people need to be aware of that because I feel like people see these offers that are too good to be true, or just going in on somebody they shouldn't trust and then getting the short end of the stick on that. But more to come on that. Nick Moat says, "Hey MandR, how is your day going?" It's going great. I woke up like an hour ago. What is your favorite pizza topping? So I don't put toppings on my pizza. I only eat cheese pizza. So no topping or cheese. Air is probably my favorite pizza topping. Celtic Pro Gaming says, what is your favorite series of yours? Probably this series. I've really enjoyed answering questions. This is like the one that's been the most consistent over the last, I guess, almost 2 years now. So Ask MandRproductions is probably my favorite like consistent series. Brickbuster's another really good one, but that's not really a series. That's just kind of like whenever it needs to be done. So probably Ask MandRproductions. Soto says, hello Ryan, when you decide to move out, will you have a LEGO room in your house, and where will you build every single closed LEGO set and have it on display? I probably won't open every single closed LEGO set I have. Like, I'm not going to unbox everything I have. I like keeping some stuff sealed. That's like the collector in me. That's what it's become, clearly. So I won't be doing that. Where will I do it? I don't know. As far as will I have a LEGO room, duh. Like, of course I'll have a LEGO. Dude, my whole house will be filled with, female counterpart pending permission, but like, yeah, I'll have 2 LEGO rooms, 3, I don't know, as many as I can get is my goal. Like, I have enough stuff to fill enough rooms, a mock room, a video production room, a collection room. That's 3 right off the bat, like, you can do more than that too, I'm sure. So I will definitely have a LEGO room in my house when I'm... Yes, duh, of course. We have a joke from Brickmeister. What do you call the last scene of the original trilogy? The end door. Another joke from Freshbricks here says, Anakin Skywalker be like, roses are red, violets are blue. I hate you. Stopmo Pros says, what is your criticism for the new LEGO Star Wars game? You can't criticize perfection, but, if I had to criticize one thing, it's that it's not free. That's a tough one, Judas says, who's your favorite LEGO builder on YouTube? A specific person, not a lug. I'm going to go hands down with Lego Bob 35. The way he used just an amazing color palette to bring his clone bases to life back in like 2009, 2010, 2011 was something we haven't really seen since. Everyone's kind of gone in this direction of monotone colors. He was really, I think ahead of his time. I think as the 2020s roll around, we'll start to see kind of a convergence back into these multicolor builds, kind of like with creator classic boxes where you just kind of use all the parts together. Obviously, Lego Bob 35 was ahead of his time. He was the best at what he did, and it's so sad that he's gone now. Lev says, should Lego do another Lego Death Star in a couple years, and if so, what improvements would you want to see? If Lego does another Lego Death Star, it has to be a paneled off Death Star. They cannot do another open style dollhouse playset Death Star. That will get huge backlash. Plus, it's already been on the shelf for 10 years essentially, so why would they do another one when they just sold one for 10 years and it's really run its course at this point? So I would say that if they did another Death Star, it has to be closed paneled like the 2005 UCS one. It has to be a UCS Death Star, like a classic style UCS Death Star, not this Master Builder series style Death Star, which is a really good set. It's just been out for so long, it's time to move on. Sam Elliott says, what do you think the first Episode 9 wave sets will consist of? So there's rumors out there that I think are pretty concrete, like Kylo Ren Shuttle, Millennium Falcon, we have like a speeder bike scene or something, a gun turret, I think a blue A-Wing is going to happen, and a Y-Wing, I think, a Resistance Y-Wing, something like that. So that would be my guess right there. Like those would be some probably very likely sets. We'll be getting some more concrete leaks here within the next couple months, I'm sure, so keep your eye out for that, but I'm really looking forward to those Episode 9 sets. Entertainment says, do you play Clash of Clans or any other Supercell game? I used to play Clash of Clans like 6 years ago, like 2012, 2013, I played a lot of Clash of Clans. I played that like crazy. That was a really fun game, but I moved on from that like 5 years ago. So no more Clash of Clans for me, but I did used to really enjoy it. Used to just be the talk of the high school, you know? That was fun times. Pete says, my son just asked me if you think that LEGO will bring out a Fortnite line with it being currently so popular. Unfortunately, probably not. I just feel like it would have already been announced at this point because it's starting to be like Fortnite's kind of running its course, you know? It's losing its steam that it had for so long. Do I want them to? Obviously, like I liked Fortnite when I played it. I think it's a really fun and unique game, very neat, especially as artistically, and LEGO would really translate well with that as far as the colors go. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it would have either been already starting to happen or been announced now like LEGO Minions has for 2020. So I'm sorry, Pete Jr. No, there will not be LEGO Fortnite, at least not in my unprofessional opinion. Let me know down in the comments section below what the hardest LEGO set you've ever had to build. Oh, you're probably wondering, where are the LEGO memes? Where are the memes, Ryan? If you didn't see the video yesterday, it's now MandR Memes. It's its own series on Mondays, so we'll see how that goes, but I'm taking them off of ASK MandR Productions. ASK MandR Productions is just going to be questions again. Like, that's all it's going to be, so that's why I want to do it. So we've separated them. Mondays is MandR Memes, Tuesday ASK MandR Productions, Thursday MandR News, you know how it all goes, and then Friday this week you'll see the best LEGO mocks of July 2019, so keep your eye out for that. But anyway, if you have a question for next week's episode, leave it in the comment section down below. Leave a like while you're down there, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.